Sheriff, we got a lot to talk about.
I am not an animal!
Damn, I'm thirsty. I want a beer. What about you? You want a beer?
The ice is gonna break! I am not a human being! I am an animal!
And I'm sorry you can't do this. I really am, because I wouldn't have to fucking sit here and watch you fumble around and fuck it up.
I am Shiva, the god of death.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
But for me, it was Tuesday.
And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone.
I came classically unprepared, as I should, coming into school.
All right,
I'm like Angel from Stand and Deliver.
folks, welcome to your first day after summer school, because y'all seem to not want to get your shit together. You failed. You're retaking my class. This is the lowest scored class in the whole entire podcast department. And you know what? It's because you haven't learned the proper lessons. The true 3-4-3. Because yes, I am today your host for this episode of the podcast, Mr. Holler. I don't think you could read that whatsoever. Let me get a different marker, because as always in a classroom, the dry erase don't work.
I can't read that shit at all.
Miss.
I can't read, period.
Oh God.
Period.
Yeah, now I'm leaning in and you can't see shit. This is going up a lot closer. I'm gonna write a lot lower, much like my Cholo friends. We're gonna get low to the ground, and we're gonna take this off with us discussing what you failed to do this summer.
Hey, Sam, real quick. Your keys are somewhere in this room right now.
What'd you do with these?
You're getting colder. You're getting colder. You're getting warmer.
Warmer.
You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. Oh.
Bitch, give me my keys.
Oh, no, you're ice cold now, man. You're ice cold now.
Oh, man. I guess I'll just have to find them in 6 months when you come back from the bathroom.
Okay.
6 weeks.
Well, you know what, Sam? You know what movie I want to watch today? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Why didn't we pick that one?
Damn bad, because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was your homework. So you didn't do your homework. You're in trouble. I don't know why I'm teaching. This classroom is full of a bunch of people who I don't think really want to be here.
Got that right, Teach.
God, Matt, just leaning like, I really don't want to be here, right as I said that. How are y'all doing today? As I pointed out, I am Mr. Holler. I will be your teacher today for this journey on the 3-for-3 podcast. We have so many things to cover today because, most importantly, we're back in school, baby. This is our back to school special, where we have 3 potential bangers, depending on how you feel about them. And we're going to start off, like I said, thinking about the mistakes we made over the summer. And those mistakes, Matt, I think you should take charge of.
You're gonna make him go first.
Dear God. Well, if Jackson is cosplaying as Chainsaw, I'm cosplaying as Larry because I'm very sleepy today.
I'm gonna sit down at my desk.
Anyways, speaking of people who don't like doing things, we have the movie Summer School, directed by none other than fucking Carl Reiner, who is great. I'm sorry, I'm off of it today. I have not looked up anything or not gotten anything back behind me. So let me just.
Did you bring me a jelly donut, man? I love jelly donuts.
No, but I brought gum enough for the whole class. Anyways, Carl Reiner.
Bring me a new pair of sunglasses, man.
8,000. You got to write a letter though. You got to write it to the company.
Yeah, like is that why you got some and not me?
Apparently. But you guys wear glasses, and I'm the only one who's got LASIK in this bitch. But anyways, back to get back to everything. Yes, we got summer school, specifically 1987. I want to make that one clear because this movie is very similar to another movie we're going to talk about in about 2 minutes, which I think is hilarious because I didn't realize that until I was writing it or reading it or watching it. Yeah. But yeah. And also, speaking of Carl Reiner, he is the one who causes this whole mess because that motherfucker wins the lottery at the beginning of the movie, and he is supposed to be the summer school teacher. Alas, the shitty principal, who is a conniving little fuck, decides that
He's also the mayor of Halloween Town.
That's where I know him from. God damn.
Calabar.
Damn, there's a lot of people in this from childhood stuff because we'll get to that in a second. From another person from our childhood shows. But yes. And so he blackmails the gym teacher, the very cool, hip Mark Harmon, who is in his goddamn prime in this movie, looking sexy as always and witty as fuck and charming as hell with that cute ass smile. Goals as hell. Anyways,
okay.
Yeah, I know.
I think how I feel about an actress in a later movie is how Matt feels about Mark Harmon.
Maybe so. Like you said, Jackson, he's been following me around this week.
I kind of feel like Matt would definitely finagle his way into living in his house with him underage.
Were you jealous of that girl?
I'll be his houseboy. Oh boy. Anyways, I'm actually jealous of Kirstie Alley, but we'll get to that. Anyways, so he blackmails Mark Harmon into teaching the lowest of the low, not really, just the kids who are failing. And then we meet all these crazy people, these crazy kids who all are, personalities in of themselves. Like Jackson is one of these people. Chainsaw.
I should have worn my Texas Chainsaw shirt today. I don't know why I didn't. Like, that is a seriously missed
opportunity. It's just the greatest movie of all time. You know what I'm saying? It really just is. I mean, like, it's just so much about, like, America. You know what I'm saying? It really just says so much. It's just a beautiful film.
And the fucking makeup effects by Rick Baker, motherfucker.
Chainsaw, I swear to God, you talk during the screening of Texas Chainsaw that we will be hosting this summer. I swear to fuck. I will.
I'm just going to let you know right now, if we have a party at your house and we're watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm going to set your couch on fire and kill your goldfish. So throw it at your own risk, man.
Good luck getting fucking away from the cops when they catch you with vodka, because I ain't going to say shit.
We'll see about that.
With my fucking rollerblades, whatever the fuck he was using.
Yep.
Is that your dog, sir? No, it's not my dog.
Nope. Not my vodka, not my dog.
Yeah, not my dog.
Not my kids either.
Exactly.
But yeah, so he takes on, teaching these kids, kind of. Actually, at first, he really doesn't teach them anything. He just decides, I can take you on field trips. Let's do that. Which, you know what?
One would argue that taught them more than when he actually taught them.
Huh? I know.
Would argue that taught him more.
Exactly. But, the school doesn't agree with that, nor does the shitty principal. Therefore, he must really teach these kids.
At least for their field trips, they didn't go to New York.
No, you can't go out of Ohio, bitch.
Can't go out of Ohio.
But yeah, fuck. So he does actually teach these kids things like Jism Head, and other wild antics. But of course, alas, like we were alluding to just a second ago, he takes the fall for his kids, as no teacher should do, going to jail over some underage drinking, contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Sounds familiar.
And so he gets fired. But they bring him back, and all is well. They pass the test, and it's actually a pretty crazy cast of kids. They've all gotten other stuff under the belt. But that's what I'll say for now. Before I say more later, I'll let you guys take it away. What did y'all think of the movie?
Before we do anything else, I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
Matt, Sam, what do you see here?
The sexiest man alive?
What do you see here, Sam?
I see a man who looks like Chris O'Donnell if he was aged rapidly really fast.
You see, my friends, a picture of Mark Harmon, the greatest actor who ever lived. Do you see a wheelchair under Mark Harmon?
No.
under Mark Harmon.
He's gonna need a wheelchair after I blow his black out.
No, you don't, because Mark Harmon is awesome. Now I know
he's the one who does
this
the
is
blowing
exactly
of the
like your Gil Gerard speech, Jackson, but you can stop in your tracks right there because it is not. Granted, it is similar to the Gil Gerard speech, but nonetheless, I'm sorry. Anyway, Sam, what did you think of the movie?
I enjoyed this movie. It was I woke up at like 8 a.m, couldn't go back to sleep, just happened to throw it on, and it brought my day up. It really, like, at first I was not very into it. I think the very first like 10 minutes take a long time to really kind of find its footing. I don't know why. I think they kind of just started the story a little too far in, I guess. I don't know. But this once he really started teaching and then things got going, I really got into it. And because at first I was like, fuck you, Carl Reiner. Like, I'm not in the mood for this. And then because it just is so absolutely fucking absurd. The things these people say to each other, the things people get away with, and then things that people don't get away with. I'm just like, what in the actual hell? And so it was a fun ride, and I definitely didn't expect to actually care about each of the kids and want the class to succeed by the end, but it succeeded in that, and that's where I think it truly is a success, despite its overwhelmingly online hatred.
Well, Sam, there's something you just said that really spoke to me, that really just leapt out and grabbed me just now. And that was, fuck you, Carl Reiner. I don't give a shit about this. Matt, I have a question for you. Why do you do it? Why do you hate me so much?
How do you hate this movie? No.
Why do you do it to me?
This one's way.
Do you enjoy hurting me?
Ride, dude. This is not like a. Did you expect stand-in to? This is like not opposite of stand-in.
It's a simple question. It's a simple question.
How do you hate this movie? It's literally a fucking like you didn't. What? Just it's like a turn your brain off 80s movie.
It really just says
how do you
everything.
Dislike this movie?
It says everything.
How like if you like this and then you hate this and you like Stand and Deliver, you are not a fun person. Come on, man. You gotta be fun.
It says everything. It says everything. When the first scene of the movie is literally the director saying, fuck y'all, I'm out of here, I don't give a shit, and cashing the check and leaving. That just sets the tone for the rest of the movie.
Actually, no, it makes sense because the teacher's salary sucks. So
it's a metaphor for the film. It's a metaphor for the film.
I don't enjoy it.
I'm just cashing the check, I'm out of here, I don't give a damn. This bored me to fucking tears.
Bored you to tears?
Bored me to tears.
Jesus.
Was not the least bit like the very, very, very like deepest core elements of the movie. I was like, okay, I want to be invested in this, but everything around it is so goddamn meandering and so goddamn boring and so goddamn stupid and unfocused and just not the least bit fucking interesting, or it's just a bunch of dumb fucking gags and scenes of them just fucking around. There is absolutely no goddamn point to it until maybe the last 20 minutes when they actually really have to focus on the test. The kids are so fucking, most of them I guess really aren't that obnoxious, but the one that I'm cosplaying as, I wanted to absolutely just fucking rip his esophagus out. He's so goddamn annoying. And then there's the fact that he looks like he's fucking 30 years old, and I'm just like, you look like you should be one of the goddamn teachers.
You can say that about anyone in any of these movies, though.
No, come on. This one is worse than
Diamond Phillips was not a fucking high schooler.
Not at all.
He looks more like a high school student than this kid did, and for the record, and then there's also the fact that, like, look, most of the kids in this movie don't look like kids. They look like they should have fucking kids of their own. They look like they're in their goddamn 20s, if not their 30s.
One of them does.
That's fine. That's fine. But when you have him with the backwards hat, acting like the class clown, and he looks like a fucking 30-year-old man, that's where I draw the line. That's when it's a little too hard for me to fucking ignore. And I'm just like, and he was so goddamn irritating. And literally, I was with Mark Harmon. I was really with Mark Harmon when he finally stood up for himself. And that was one of the only moments in the movie that I was invested in, when he threw the fucking eraser against the board and said, I literally have done everything for you fucking kids, and you're still asking me for more. Fuck this shit, I quit. I was like, God damn it, it's about time you said so. Like,
Yeah, they
fuck
were being
every one of
gritty
these
shit.
stupid ass, spoiled ass fucking kids. I don't give a shit whether you passed the test. You fucking suck ass. Just, I did not give a single
No,
shit about
I
that.
can't. I disagree. I had fun with it. I thought it was entertaining. It was just mindless, It's not like something you think about where you're like, oh, like this could really happen. Probably not. No, it's
I don't
just.
give a shit if it could really happen.
It's
As
just
long as it's
stupid,
entertaining, I don't care.
I thought it was entertaining. I enjoyed the kids. I enjoyed the plot device where he was like, I help you out, you help me out. And then it didn't seem like it was it wasn't backfiring too much in the beginning up until the end when, everything started going really terrible. But it was fun.
Again,
all to be
the core elements of the movie, I appreciate it.
films.
Yeah. I did think it was kind of fucked that he definitely let them go to the beach just to see her in a bikini.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, that's the one.
He has very poor judgment. The fact
They talk about this though. They know he's got very.
He
poor
does
judgment.
learn from his mistakes too. He kicks her out on the streets and makes her a prostitute. So it kind of
Kirstie Alley.
One of the,
if I was Kirstie Alley, the second I saw that girl in his house, I would have called the goddamn police.
Yeah,
yeah, completely.
And he was too chill about it too.
Way
acting
too
like
chill
nothing
about
was
it.
nothing wrong. And I was like, I guess if something was wrong, he'd have a reason to be weird. But and it was back in the day.
It
But
was
still,
wrong. Period.
It was wrong, period.
Yeah,
Whether he's
wrong
actually
period.
doing anything with her or not, letting her live there at all and assume the role of the housewife was just. He should have just never let her stay there at all to begin with. He should never have covered up for them with the fucking alcohol. That was the dumbest goddamn thing I've ever seen. And I'm just
I was rooting for
I
the
was
alcohol.
proud that he did that.
I thought the cops were gonna just be like, whatever, and then let it go.
So did he, and I'm like, no, fam, you're gonna go to jail. That's how this goes. But
Riz didn't work that time.
no, but
How many people do you think? Well, never mind. That's too fucked. I was thinking about the scene where he's rolling in shirtless.
Hey, he's got enough gum for everyone in that room. They can fill their mouths with that.
They'll call him Jism Hands by the end of it. Or Jism Skates, really, because they'll all come on his skates.
But yeah, one person I do want to shout out is one of the kids, which is Richard Stephen Horvitz, and that's Billy from Billy and Mandy. And I was like, why does his voice sound familiar? And I had to look that up. And then Sean Smith, of course, from
exact
Saw.
same experience, yeah.
And
Courtney Thorne-Smith as the girl that he's living with, early role for her. So
yeah,
yep.
But
I thought the cast was interesting, and then the dude who got with the pregnant chick, Shawnee, he's from Heathers later on. He's one of the boys in Heathers.
That's cool.
I will say this: most of the movie, I couldn't have given less of a shit about. The one gag, the one running joke that actually was fucking genius, and I loved it, was the bathroom guy. That was the funniest shit ever. Him just coming back. When he came back at the end, literally I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot about him. And then he's like, don't I know you? Yeah, I'm in your class. Well, I went to the bathroom. It just came back. My zipper got stuck. But also, and then again, one joke that literally actually made me fucking laugh really hard was, again, the follow-up of that joke at the end when they're reading off the test scores and it's like, the bathroom guy got a 91%. He got the highest score out of everybody. That actually fucking made me laugh out loud. I was like, okay, that was the one running joke where I was like, that was really funny. I don't know. If the rest of the movie had been that funny, we would be in a different place with this. But again, the core elements of the movie, I was like, I see what you're trying to do. And believe it or not, I didn't, like you said, Matt, I was not expecting this to be the fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High or one of the greatest high school movies ever or anything like that. Just something, even if it's dumb, just have some funny scenes, have some heart to the story, get me invested in the kids, and I'll be in. But it was so meandering for so much of it. It was just it really felt like they were just making the movie up as they went along. I could not get invested in anything. It was so goddamn boring. I just couldn't fucking...
Jackson, watch your fucking language.
Yeah, we can cuss in class, teach. I'm just saying.
I know. I can't believe she did that. That was like the what?
That's where
I just like this. I like this movie because it's just. I don't know.
Some of these things were like real stakes. Where like at least for me in high school, I was drinking and would get in trouble. For me, I would fall asleep in class and get in trouble. So like, there are things that I think are very relatable that may be mishandled with the way that they're trying to make it funny, but I think that it's still there. It's still a very deep kind of,
and it could be just the story. Era it was in. They just didn't, they were like, yeah, it's not really that big of a deal back then. They didn't think about it as harsh.
The movie just feels very late.
So maybe it is one of those just didn't age well. But I didn't think so because when I was watching it, I was just having a good time. Like when they
because again, something like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that shit is timeless. Like it's very and it's very of its era, but it's fucking timeless. You watch that now and it's super fucking relatable, even like 40 years later. This I did not fuck with it. Literally, I couldn't get it. I'm like,
this one's more focused on the teacher. That's just literally almost focused all on the kids.
But even still, I mean, like.
The dyslexic girl, I liked her storyline and her having to learn how to drive.
I thought the one line that made me laugh out loud is when they almost crash and he's just like, I'm sober now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that fucking chainsaw was so goddamn obnoxious. I really can't tell you how much I just wanted to just smack him in the goddamn face. I just like so selfish up until the end of the movie. I'm just like, every time, like he literally sets this man's couch on fire, kills his goldfish, and does not fucking say, I'm sorry, does not take responsibility for it, just says, oh shit, Teach, that's a fire hazard, that couch. I'm like, you literally murdered his pet. Fuck you. And then later, when he crashes his car, again, he doesn't say like, I'm sorry, Teach, I know you let me have your car and I crashed it. He hands him the bumper and keeps yelling at the instructor like, hey, man, that wasn't my fault. I'm just like, fuck you. I was again, one of the few moments I was truly invested in was when Mark Harmon told them to fuck off. I'm like, finally, like, it's about goddamn time you said this shit. But, because they're just total ingrates, or at least Chainsaw was. The rest of them too, but, him more so than anybody. And then just the point where I literally just kind of couldn't take him anymore officially, when I really, 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 really just wanted to go through the screen and just throttle his ass, was just fucking... when he just, out of nowhere, for no reason other than to be obnoxious, just screams at the top of his lungs during the middle of the test. I'm just like, fuck this. Not even a kid, fucking 30-year-old man, just like, fuck this 30-year-old man in a backwards hat. I wasn't vibing with it, man. I wasn't expecting fucking Casablanca or nothing, but just like, goddamn, something.
I don't know.
Something entertaining.
I disagree. I think it was funny, but that's the essence of our podcast. I just want the audience to know that if you plan on watching the movie, don't take that completely seriously, because there's also Sam who's in the middle, I think. I don't know. I'm assuming Sam doesn't.
Very much did not like the beginning of this movie. That if I have to rewatch the beginning of this movie again, I would want to kill myself. Much less, I would not only do that, I would starve Mark Harmon's dog in this movie. Just to the point to where when he gets let back into the room with him, that he mauls his fucking face off, because that dude raped his dog, was making out with him, kissing him and all this kind of shit, and I was not about it. Someone needs to call PETA on his ass, because it is not okay.
So that's what the PETA scene was about. Okay.
Yes. There's a lot of things.
There's a couple of PETA scenes you could have referenced, but I was like...
There's numerous
maybe
scenes.
The goldfish was what you were talking about.
No, I'm talking about him making out with his dog on the beach. It's the very last shot of the movie. It's just him licking his dog's face, and then he kisses him on, like straight up kisses him.
He does.
And I was like, what in the actual hell did I just watch?
You're not a dog lover, Sam?
I got that dog in me, okay, and I love myself. And we will get to that at the very end of all this.
Yeah.
I don't know what that.
Summer school lesson number 1. When you see Mark Harmon, what do you do, folks? Well, I can't write it backwards that quick. So I'm just going to say...
It's actually backwards to us.
Really?
Yeah. You're going to have to flip your screen.
Hell. There's no way I can fucking redo that. Well, now I can write it quick.
Oh my god, that's fuck.
Yeah, I was like, why is it backwards?
I thought it was an accident. I was gonna be like, you know, like you were writing it forwards, and it just.
I just thought your camera was flipped, but then I saw the words on your shirt were normal, so I was like, what the fuck happened?
Well, he wrote on the board earlier, and it was fine. There we go. Yeah.
Backwards.
Now it looks normal.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I just see it backwards because I'm a fucking four-eyed piece of shit. But anyway, summer school lesson number 1.
nerd.
Wait a minute, guys. Hold on one second. Oh, no, someone's here. Hold on.
Man, I wasn't gonna shit all over Stand or Deliver. It's on now, bitch.
Heard.
I actually like that movie.
I'm very glad you liked it. I was not expecting you to after everything.
I mean, I didn't like love it, but it just was.
What
was
do you do?
Guys. The delivery came. Ha! The sunglasses came, guys.
You have one for all of us. You have one for all of us. We need one each.
No, man, sorry. It's
You got
just
passed
for
one
me.
out. He passed him out for the class. He passed him out to the class.
Well, we're not in the same room, Matt, so I can't pass it out to you, can I?
You can hand it to me, and then we can cut it, and I'll take them.
Plus, you already have sunglasses, and I'm not giving them to the teacher.
I need 2.
Because that's lame.
I'm not the teacher. Sam's the teacher.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not giving them to the
Here
teacher
it
over
is.
there.
This is the
You already have sunglasses.
rule number 1. When you see Mark Harmon, NCIS, no coming
in
school. Okay? Because it's too hard to not see that man's sexy body and just salivate. Either way, Silver Sexy Fox Mark Harmon is just as hot as the OG Mark Harmon.
Yes.
Can confirm having seen Freaky Friday this week as well.
I can't wait to see Freakier Friday and see him in that because I saw he was in it and I was like, yes.
Yep.
And apparently George Wallace is in it.
For a second, yeah.
Oh damn! I was hoping it was like a kind of a longer cameo.
I
but
wish.
Is it funny?
He's funny for his little bit, but yeah.
Okay.
It's really he's only got like 2 lines, but he's good.
Well, I guess that'll wrap up summer school.
I need to say something too that really.
Guys, you know what's I guess actually fitting is everyone does hate summer school.
That is fair. That is fair. I lost my absolute fucking shit when he turns around at in the middle of the thing and he looks back at the dude and he's like, "I'll teach." And it just made me think of Twin Peaks season 3 where he's like, "I am the FBI." Like, both of these are such good yes, we're gonna go
We have
do the
another
thing we need to
Twin
do.
Peaks. We have another Twin Peaks connection later in this episode as well.
Oh shit! All right,
Believe it. But
well,
yeah,
as long as you
that's a wrap
remember,
on. Let me make sure that I'm not.
You will succeed in my classroom, okay? But Jackson, you apparently came too quick, so we're not gonna talk about it. But it's okay.
Anyways, what was I gonna say?
Speaking of premature ejaculators, Elijah Wood.
Yeah, no, that's about it.
All right.
Yeah, summer school is out, and now real school is about to enter.
You passed by the thinnest hair on the back of my neck.
Apparently, I didn't pass.
Well, no,
according to one of you fuckers.
What Chainsaw says is not the rule in this classroom. Chainsaw does what Chainsaw does. Okay.
Excuse me.
And then I just let him flounder. Okay. It's the key to success in the school system. Once you work so hard on making someone the way you need them to be, you realize there's no potential. You let them flounder. They'll kill themselves in the end anyway.
Amen.
And on to lesson number 2. Remember this one, folks. It's important. Doesn't help that I don't have an eraser either. But I did find my dry erase. I was telling Jackson earlier that I was very worried about that. I have a question for y'all. Y'all chocolate lovers? Because bitch, if Funky Jensen ate a bunch of that chocolate flavored laxative, best believe I'm eating chocolate tonight. And we'll call that the Funky Jensen Scat Special recipe. All right, capiche?
Whew. Wow.
All right. Skip bop, boodoo bop.
Yes, you've passed summer class, but that does not mean you are going to succeed in the most important class this school year. Biology 101. Now, there's a lot of things that one might need for you to discover what is real, what is not. And as the people in my film this week, misspelled it. Did I? All right, the faculty. Directed by returning director Robert Rodriguez, the GOAT, for many reasons, mainly specifically being he created part of our childhood. But we take back to a little bit lesser known film of his from the mid-90s, a thing that I never in my life thought I would ever watch. And I don't know why. I just always looked at the poster and was like, I don't think I want to watch this. Boy, am I glad I did. Because picture this, folks. There's a lot going on. You're back at school, but something's not quite right. You're one of these numerous kids that you see on the cover of Matt's VHS. Something's wrong. And what is it? Your teacher has been replaced by an alien. And you gotta stop them before they infect the whole school, infect the whole world, hell, take over the whole town. Because that's more important than the world. And you follow numerous students, albeit the nerdy kid played by Elijah Wood, who takes photographs and thinks that people shouldn't run unless they're being chased. We have Josh Hartnett as the boy genius savant that has failed school, but he knows everything because he's a drug dealer, so he can't seem to succeed in life.
And he fought in the Gulf War.
That's indeed true. We have, I just want to call her Delilah, but I don't remember the actress's name.
Mia Toretto.
Yeah. The only other thing I've ever seen her in, literally the only other thing I've ever seen her in, is this fucking movie.
And boys, who do we have as our all-star quarterback? Our all-star quarterback of the team? Stan, boys, Stan. We got our man from Alpha Dog. And he is a completely different character in this movie. I very much thought this was like a prequel from his character's perspective for a second, because he's just tired of people, man, like, just give my man his D. He earned it. He worked hard.
Literally, it's the same, like, he gets bullied through half this fucking movie.
Completely.
Yeah.
And also is potentially forced to lick things that are not good. But
don't forget.
Oh, Usher in his first movie, replacing him as the captain of the quarterback team.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's just the start.
Take that and rewind it back. Usher got the voice to make your booty go. Anyway.
That's what I want to do to Selma Hayek as the nurse in this movie. God damn. The cast of the faculty is also all-star.
Damn, you're forgetting one person.
Am I really?
Goddamn Patrick. I am now. This is my coach hat now.
I thought you were going to say Clea Duvall, but I try to forget her anytime anyway. So.
But you did forget her.
I did forget her too.
Damn.
What?
You don't like Clea Duvall?
All right.
Well, I'm just gonna say, guys, I'm Robert Patrick now, so my mood has definitely changed.
Matt, drink some water.
Matt, I apologize. If you want to like summer school, that's perfectly fine. What kind of human being would I be?
What's going on? Something's wrong with Jackson.
If I didn't
he's
like
acting
summer
a little different.
What is he
drinking the water
against the
well,
human
Matt,
condition?
what kind of human being would I be if I didn't like summer school? Honestly.
I don't know. I don't think I'm confused. I think I don't know. I think Jackson has been drinking the water.
But Sam, go on with the rest of the cast. I apologize.
Jackson's been drinking the water.
The person whose water I'd like to drink is Piper Laurie's, because goddamn,
the other Twin Peaks connection I was talking about.
Exactly. Christopher McDonald's in this. Oh my God, as Elijah Wood's dad, and he finds his porno. Okay, he finds it because he already knew where it was, because he jerks his bishop to the same material.
No, his mom knew where it was actually. She fucking knew.
She's the one who.
And also, I thought it was hilarious when he pushes Elijah Wood back in with the porn. Like, uses it to like. He's shooting something.
I'm definitely forgetting a couple other people. Jon Stewart makes his return to this podcast as just as a funny dude who I mentioned when he.
Have you ever had to stop an alien invasion?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had to stop an alien invasion on weed?
Only.
Amen. Amen. I was about to say, I miss Jon Stewart as an actor. I stand by that with this one too.
Oh, but
Bebe Neuwirth as the principal.
Yes.
Yes. Cheers. Shout out to Cheers. I should have worn my Cheers hat.
As we pointed out, Famke Janssen's in this movie, being one of the most two-faced bitches I've ever seen in a movie in my life. Because guys, the beginning and her alien are. Whew.
I have to say something to you, Sam, as the teacher. I'm Robert Patrick in the faculty now. I'm the coach. And there's just something that I feel I need to say to you and your class.
Okay.
And if you don't get your goddamn fucking head in the game, you're off the fucking team next year, you piece of shit. Get the fuck off my field.
Oh. All right. So, this is where your next lesson comes in. As we've seen what NCIS stands for, we will now understand what the true recipe to scat is. School. Custodians are torqued. All school custodians are fully torqued, bro. And that is the only way to defeat these aliens is with your scat.
All right.
Oh, boy. As I sit down, now that we can brainstorm upon the most important rule of scat, I need to stress to you people before y'all take it away and express your thoughts. This movie, there is a 95.999% chance that this is Robert Rodriguez's best film, period. And I will fucking die on that hill. So suck it, take it away.
Okay, so Matt, I will let you go first.
All right. This is my second time seeing it. I really enjoyed it the first time, and I really enjoyed it this time, but like different reasons, I think, because I was in varying pangs. Like I didn't pay attention that much the first time. I kind of agree with what you're saying, Sam. I don't know if it's like his best film, but it's definitely like up there in the top 3 or 4 because like I just thought the way he shot it was super great. Like it didn't feel as like campy as his other films did as when it comes to like the horror and the scares, even though it wasn't like super scary. It was like, it just didn't seem like a campy.
When Parker shoved that pencil straight through her hand, I gasped. Yeah.
I mean,
write your number 2s because they are important for our next.
That was me who did that.
And what's his face?
I'm the one who shoved the pencil through her hand.
Jon Stewart getting all fucked up at the end with the pencil in the eye. Or was it the pencil in the eye? Yep. And yeah, no, I mean, I really enjoyed it. The way it was shot was great. Robert Patrick, I thought, like Jackson, he killed it.
Thank you.
Fucking killed it.
I appreciate that.
And I thought everyone was actually doing a really good job. I liked the scene a lot where they're all getting high. that was I don't know why. I was like, that's a good character, like bonding scene. And then you kind of start to feel bad near the end when people start turning and you're like, fuck. Like one of my favorite parts is when they find out what's his face turned. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but the one from Alpha Dog that we were.
Sean Hatosi.
Yeah, Sean Hatosi. When he pours it out and they're all just like, fuck. I was just like, yeah, I felt that way too. But I got invested. And I think it's a really good movie. I don't know why it's got such low ratings like on Rotten Tomatoes and shit. Because I think it at least deserves like a little higher. It's not that bad. So, Jackson, I'll let you go for it.
Okay. So I want to stress this to you guys. I have to just get rid of the bits for a minute. I'll go back to being Robert Patrick in a minute because I have to speak my truest truth of all right now with no pretenses. The fact that we have been setting this movie up for probably about 10 to 12 minutes now, and I've had to sit here and wait this long to express how much I goddamn motherfucking love this movie has been killing me. I'm not kidding you guys. This may be one of like my top 10 favorite movies we've ever picked for the show. I mean, like, I loved every last second of this fucking movie from start to finish. I just could not have been enjoying myself more the whole time I was watching it. Sam, thank you so much for picking it because it's also one that I've always wanted to see, but I never knew that much about it. Like, I knew it was about, like, kids find out that aliens are coming or something, but I didn't really know that much about it. And it was so different than what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a lot more Robert Rodriguez-y, and it's definitely one of his movies. It's definitely a Robert Rodriguez movie. I mean, his fingerprints are all over it. But it's not like it's not like From Dusk Till Dawn or the Mexico trilogy. It's very different from those, but it's so funny. I have never been madder at myself. I've never felt dumber for not knowing until the credits that Kevin Williamson wrote this movie, because I was literally saying from the beginning, this feels so much like a Scream movie. I kept saying it the whole time. And I was like, God damn. I just thought it's a Miramax movie, Dimension Films, same production company.
Return of Miramax to the podcast. I just realized that.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
we've had them all season.
Yeah, quite a few times. But like, I was just thinking, oh, that's the connection. Like, that's why it feels like Scream. But I kept, like, even towards the end, I kept saying, like, man, this feels a lot. And of course, it's Kevin Williamson that wrote it, so no shit. Very similar to Scream, and it makes I Know What You Did Last Summer even more confusing to me. Why that movie is so bad. I'm just like, all your other 90s horror movies that you wrote are so good. Why is that one so bad? But, you know, oh my God, I don't even know where to start. I loved it. And again, I think part of the reason why I loved it so much is because I'm such a massive, massive, massive fan of the Scream movies. Like, those are some of my favorite movies of all time, so I guess, like, it just carries over. Like, everything I love about those was in this. Plus, you got my boy Robbie, who, yes, Sam, is goated as fuck. One of my directing heroes, for sure. Fucking making his return to this podcast. Quite a bit better than the last one that we featured on this show. Not that I didn't enjoy that movie, but it was fucking ridiculous. But this was actually like, okay, this is a really good movie. I also agree, in his top 3 best movies ever. I loved it so much. His direction was on point. The performances were on point. I loved the cast. Every character I fucking loved. I loved the kids. Elijah Wood, Jordana Brewster, Josh Hartnett, Sean Hatosi, all those kids. I was just like, I'm invested in every single one of you. I love your characters. I love your stories. I love your performances. All of the fucking adults were great. Robert Patrick, Piper Laurie, Salma Hayek, everybody was great.
Who
and I just got, and an underrated actor. An underrated actor who we haven't mentioned yet. Daniel Von Bargen.
Thank you. That's who I was talking about.
He is such an underrated actor. He was so fucking good in this. Him just like putting the flask in his coffee and shit. So goddamn funny. And he's, yeah, just shout out to him. He was such a great actor. So underappreciated. And okay. So before I get to the big one, I must say there was one person in this movie that pissed me off to no end. Them being in this film. And that person is Harry Knowles.
We have to thank him, though. We have to thank him. Yes, because Elijah Wood...
person loosely. I mean, fucking orangutan, but, you know, it's
Elijah Wood said he would not have auditioned for Lord of the Rings had Harry Knowles not forced him to do it. So
okay, so that's...
Frodo.
Who knew? Harry Knowles actually has done at least one good thing for society. Yep. Who the fuck would have thought? But yeah, he's not even... He's only got 2 scenes.
Matt,
like, he doesn't do anything. He's just there.
You know who Harry Knowles is.
You know who Harry Knowles is.
No, I know. I've seen him. Like, I know the dude you're talking about. I was like, what's the issue?
He sucks. He's an asshole. He's a fucking piece of shit. He's a piece of shit as a critic and as a person.
Oh, he's a critic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was back in the day, for the audience, in case you don't know.
I've seen his face.
He was the head of 500 pounds.
He ran Ain't It Cool News, which was like the #1 online movie news outlet back in the day. Yeah,
400-pound carrot top, like I said.
He's in a wheelchair though.
He looks like a fucking orangutan.
But Harry Knowles does have a wheelchair under him. Okay.
I was like, I thought that was the reference.
And he's not cool. So there you go. But that's not why, but I'm just saying he's not cool. He's an asshole. Yeah, he ran Ain't It Cool News back in the day, and he is not cool, but that was the name of his website. And that was back in the day, back in the late 90s and through the early to mid 2000s. It was the #1 movie news website, super influential, and he leveraged that to get himself cameos in movies like this so that people were so scared of him because of his influence, because he wrote so many over-the-top shitty reviews, because he was so power drunk back then, that people would literally have him do cameos in their movies to avoid getting bad reviews for their movies. So if he got a cameo in the movie, he'd give the movie a good review, and then they didn't have to be scared of him using his platform to trash them and ruin their movie, and it wouldn't tank at the box office. So seeing him in this pissed me off, because I'm like, that's definitely why he's here, is because they're scared of him, and that's the only reason they put him in the movie. And he's only in 2 fucking scenes where he doesn't say anything, and he's not part of the climax with the rest of the faculty. He's just fucking there as a little cameo. Fuck Harry Knowles. I'm so glad that his piece of shit website is defunct now, and that he has been accused of a shit ton of sexual harassment and is not a person of influence anymore. Fuck him. He's an asshole. So it made me mad seeing him. But, my friends, that was offset by the polar opposite end of the spectrum of attractiveness in this film. The Phoenix herself, lighting up the screen like a phoenix. Miss Famke Janssen. Now, boys.
You pathetic little runt.
Now, boys, there may be, in our 1-year anniversary special, there may be a whole presentation making fun of how many ladies I've thirsted over on this podcast up until now. It's been quite a few. But I must stress to you, more than anyone else I have ever thirsted over on this podcast, Famke Janssen in this movie had me fucking hot and bothered. God damn, that scene where she grabs the back of Josh Hartnett's neck and says that shit to him was like, she can do that shit to me any day of the goddamn week. She can jump me in a car any day she wants. Give me that Phoenix Force. I'm with it.
What those tentacles do.
Call me James Marsden, because if I die in the process, it will have been worth it.
Jackson, the compilation should be like every scene,
Michael Madsen.
like whichever scene from like each movie that caused you to do that. You just use that scene and then cut to you in your chair, and then you just grab some lotion.
Oh,
and then just keep cutting. Just
100%.
Just
100%.
And then we'll have to film you like getting the text of me sending that Jennifer Aniston mural, and then you like dump the whole bottle.
No, you got to be like in public somewhere, and then you just
Yeah, god damn was she getting me in this movie. Whew, that was just, even remembering it.
For me, it was Salma Hayek for the 5 seconds she was in it, and her sick ass.
I was mad that she wasn't in it that much.
Very surprised by that. I thought she was going to have
it was kind of sad.
But her scene was amazing when they're in the closet and they're watching her like kind of try to panic and get out of the room, and the two of them are just...
It's a Robert Rodriguez movie, so she just has to be there by law. But I just wish she had a bigger part. But yeah,
you did not mention, and I'm sorry, I tried so hard and I didn't pick Smiley Face for the 420 special just because I didn't want to see Danny fucking Masterson be a goddamn scumbag. And lo and behold, all he wanted was that fucking butt juice to snort.
It's funny because I'm rewatching the whole podcast to prep for the 1-year anniversary special, and I just saw the episode where you made that joke. So then when I saw him in this movie, I was like, "Damn it, there he is!" He showed up eventually.
Question though, do y'all think that they were already turned? That's why they were pressuring him to give him the whole.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I also love the script. Was so clever, and this was Kevin Williamson at this point, which again makes I Know What You Did Last Summer so much more confusing to me. Every other script he wrote at this time was so clever. I mean, it's been talked about to death how inventive and creative and unique Scream was when it came out, and you know, this one too. I mean, just the whole idea of like, what if every piece of media we've ever seen about alien invasions has just been like preparing us for the real thing so that nobody believes it? And just, I don't know, it just had that same kind of dialogue. Like the way that Scream treated horror movies was basically this how this movie treated alien movies, and I was like, that's so cool seeing him kind of do the same thing, but for that genre. And it was just very like, snappy and clever and creative, just like Scream was. And I loved that it kept you guessing up until the end. Like, I genuinely was very surprised when it turned out Jordana Brewster was infected in that scene where they're having everybody take the hits. I thought for sure it was the Southern chick. I thought for sure it was, and then it ended up, she was the queen later on, so I was like, God damn it, it is her! I fucking knew it! So, the misdirection was just great. The cinematography was outstanding. The direction was so fucking on point. It was like, there were so many Rodriguez-y moments, but like, kind of more restrained, but it still felt like him, and I just loved that. And yeah.
That's where I love the one scene that we get outside of the school at Elijah Wood's house has so much tension built into it. It's lit so well. It almost is like a whole different movie, but it's still so good.
You know what I appreciated? And it's weird because Christopher McDonald's being kind of a dick at the end of like his little tenure, but he at least did look around kind of like suspiciously, near the end. And I was like, like when he walked back in the house, I was like, I give him credit for at least looking around.
I love the tension.
Not just disregarding everything.
To the thing, and then the coach comes and talks to him, and
my god,
turning around, and then he's like getting more and more into the car, talking to him. It's like, oh, God.
I thought for sure, I was like, he's gonna get his dad, he's gonna get his parents for sure, yeah. And then we never see him again. But yeah, it and the whole thing was just so, even in a way, like they keep you guessing up until the end with like, have we made a mistake? Like when they shoot the principal in the head. And it's just like, I know it's real, but still, I was like, the way they're trying to keep you guessing is pretty well done. Mm-hmm. And just, I made the reference to it earlier by playing the song. That goddamn scene got me so fucking hyped up with the Pink Floyd and just, them on the football field. I remember just saying to myself out loud, my boy Robbie is firing on all cylinders here. I don't know, just the craft of this was just so well put together on all fronts.
I just don't get why he doesn't talk about this one more, like, at all. I don't think I've ever seen any interview or anything where he talks about this movie.
I know.
I think he brought it up. It's very like sparse, but he does bring it up occasionally. He's not.
I'd be damn fine proud of this fucking movie if I.
Me too. Honestly,
I think it's more of a cult movie, though. It's not like one of those things. I think when it came out, it flopped, and that kind of. I'm assuming that would have caused some issues when it came out.
That's also where I was thinking, because like his movies have a very stylized time period, and I think like the Mariachi trilogy is very much like 60s. Or late 60s, early 70s, and does that kind of stuff well. And this is just tried and true an 80s, just insane horror movie. Oh, it came out in the 90s, but I'm saying like he makes these films that could be released in these time periods and be considered just a part of the bunch.
Yeah.
And so that's where I think it's so interesting.
I love just like Scream. It was like, this is pure 90s, like just, it's a 90s high school drama that just happens to be a horror movie at the same time, And
I do feel like this didn't have it had his touch to it, but it didn't like have his style like slam you in the face necessarily. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's not like I thought was great. It's not like From Dusk Till Dawn or Desperado, where it's like those are like 100% his style is all over those movies, but like here you can see a lot of his filmmaking techniques on display, but he knows how to rein them in more. And I love when he does that, because as much as I love his style, I do like it when he's like in something like this or Alita Battle Angel, where he's able to like, you see his style, but it's like super subdued and he's reining it in because he knows that that's what this movie requires. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I love this movie so much. I loved it so much. Just every second of it, I just so thoroughly enjoyed. I was so invested in it from start to fucking finish. Every time they were like, when Elijah Wood and Jordana Brewster were trying to get away from the kids, and they're like getting the cop and everything in on it too and everything, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, like watch your back, guys. This is so fucking tense. And just, yeah. I didn't think there was one really weak spot of the film. I was just like, man, what a great fucking movie. And I do, like I've said before about certain other movies this season, like, I don't pretend like we have any kind of massive influence, but this is one of those movies that I just want to sing the praises of it, recommend it to as many people as possible, and just like, because this thing really does deserve like a massive reappraisal as like, a classic, I feel like, because it's fucking amazing. And I think it does have a big cult following. Like, I've always heard that this is like an underrated gem, but I mean, still, it deserves so much more. I heard apparently they're doing a remake of it, which I don't want to see at all.
Okay.
But yeah,
even if Famke Janssen returns as the same character.
Okay, well, that's the one way you could maybe get me. I'm gonna steal one. I'm gonna steal
Call
your
her casting agent right now.
I'm gonna steal your joke. I'm gonna steal your joke, Sam. I know what them tentacles do. I know what them do. Absolutely.
That shit was crazy watching like the tentacle head like get up onto the body and then
that to me was when it became super Robert Rodriguez-y. I was like, that's a Robert Rodriguez.
I read where she said she hasn't seen the movie because she just doesn't want to think about what happens to her character in that moment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, interesting.
Well, Miss Jansen, I have seen the film and I liked it very much, and I liked your part in it. So, but yeah. So, I don't know where to go from there except to say,
I do have.
Get back on the fucking field.
Get back on the fucking field.
Shout out Marco Beltrami because that music was so good, especially like in the beginning. I think the scene where he's on the football field and he's like stopping the water. It's like you almost think he's already an alien, but he's not. And then the tension of the shadow coming up over him. It's like the music is so good in that part, and as well as many other parts. But
that was one thing I did recognize. I felt stupid for not realizing Kevin Williamson was in this, but I knew immediately that was Marco Beltrami doing the score. I was like, again, this sounds like the score for Scream. I was like, I could just tell immediately that's who it was. And it was great as well. And shout out to Enrique Shadiak, the cinematographer, who did a great job.
Fantastic job, for sure.
Yeah. And fucking Usher being in this was random as shit.
Wow. That made me laugh so hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and was good in it too. Like he gave a good performance, I thought.
I don't think he was bad. Yeah. But I don't know if I
also have to say this and Summer School both have a connection in that there are scenes in both movies of people peeling their fucking skin off in horrific situations. Yeah. The difference is that this one is real and that one was fake, but still.
Well, the difference is they're both fake because they're both movies.
Well, of course.
See, the trick is the actual tie into the third movie is that Edward James almost his face is melting off all throughout the whole entire film. So really, it's all three.
It's Edward James almost melting off.
Yeah, almost there. Well, okay, I got some really bad news for you folks, and I am very sorry to tell you that, but as we found out, teachers are the ones who are forced to do the dirty work. So remember SCAT, because that was an important lesson, but it didn't.
And SCAT is always dirty work.
Indeed.
But it didn't work for y'all, because y'all clearly didn't listen. You listened to Matt's 2.0.
Well, let me just tell you something right now. If that's the way we got to go here, if it's got to be, if SCAT has anything to do with Famke Janssen, then, call me the SCAT man.
I'm a SCAT man.
I'm a SCAT man.
Return, because y'all have failed, and we are returning back to summer school, but for what? It's no longer English. It is remedial. The actual thing that you must learn from this one is what we're going to be learning today. Calculus, on its initial first and foremost look-see, but really, calculus stands for Chicanos.
Oh my God!
All live counting up land under school. Now, this is a very important phrase because when you're dealing with the Chicanos counting all the land up underneath the school, it's really not just because their land was stolen from them. Really, it is because they have rights that teachers don't want you to know. The system doesn't want you to know. Andy Garcia does not want you to know that these people have rights. Okay? Don't call him racist. Don't do it. But
no, I say you got no rights.
Good luck, Matt. Fucking figure that shit.
You got no fucking math, homie. You don't know calculus, son, on these streets?
Man, Kimo, what you know about us, man? Why you trying to teach us so much?
You don't know the maximum velocity, bro? I'm gonna fucking cut you,
I
son.
don't give a shit, Kimo. I don't care.
See, the real thing I was going to do, which y'all probably wouldn't like, is the actual equation that he wants them to solve. But I did notice F sin is the answer. And what do we get when you have F and you have sin? You get the faculty. All right. And when you don't listen to the faculty, what do you get? You get summer school, just like the other one. This one ties all of it together. All right. And you better not cheat on that test. I'm watching you two.
You're like the meme of Charlie Day on the board from It's Always Sunny, right?
Yeah.
But yes, I just stood. I just delivered. Now it's y'all's turn to do the work.
Well, I heard what Matt said when I stepped off camera for a second to get my sunglasses, so we'll see what he chooses to do here. The ball is in your court, sir.
Well, the ball is in your court, essay. I ain't got no court, Fato.
Holmes.
My court's the fucking calculus, Holmes. My court's the board.
Bear with me, but once y'all go, or while y'all are going, I'm going to be writing some numbers down that are going to lead to an equation that I hope y'all enjoy. Take it away, folks.
Matt?
What are we taking away?
Daxton's movie. You got to introduce your movie, my friend.
It's not my movie.
Oh, you're right. I have to introduce it. I thought we were just going to go into it.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, I got
ready to graduate.
God damn, just looking at me.
I'm suffering from multiple personality disorder. I was Chainsaw, and then I was Robert Patrick, and now I must be me and introduce this film that I was.
Or you can be Edward James almost.
I could.
Edward James almost Latino.
Not quite. But yes, folks.
but almost.
But almost. But yes, folks, what I want you to do, as always, is picture this. It's the 80s, and you are a man. You are a Hispanic man, and you have a mission, a noble mission. And what you're thinking about is a man teaching kids calculus. What is your name? Ramon Menendez, the director of Stand and Deliver, who wants to make the film about Mr. Jaime Escalante, the true story of this man who taught kids calculus and improved their...
You know who he was inspired by?
Who?
He was inspired by Shoop from the movie Summer School, which came out a year earlier.
It sure did. It sure
Sorry.
did. But, yes, and then you make the film Stand and Deliver. And it is acclaimed. It is Oscar nominated. It is a classic. It is amazing. And then what happens? You make another film called Money for Nothing, which we have talked about on this show before, starring John Cusack and many other people. And then after that, Hollywood does you dirty. Your career tanks. You only do one other movie, and it's a Disney Channel original movie called Gotta Kick It Up, which I remember from my childhood. But nonetheless, it's not exactly where this man's career should have gone. And you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I should have had a way better career. And you're right. You should have. It's a fucking crime that you didn't. But nonetheless, your first movie, even if it's the only thing you're known for, as fucked up as that is in fact a classic. So, yes, like I said, it's about Edward James Olmos playing Mr. Escalante, who teaches this class full of at-risk Hispanic kids calculus in order to secure a better future for them. And he pushes them, and he pushes them, and he pushes them, and he pushes them, and he pushes them. And then he pushes them some more. And he goes to that man's restaurant, and he gets in his face, and he says, God damn it, your daughter's going to go to college whether you like it or not, you fuck. Those are the exact words that he says.
Good God. But like, yeah.
And, Andy Garcia's bitch ass is accusing them of cheating. And he can't have that. See, that's the problem, is they eventually pass their test. but they think that they're cheaters because they are Hispanic, and it's racist as fuck. And
But he's Hispanic.
Say what?
But he's Hispanic.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know.
You have
I don't
introduced
know.
it. I must
But
say the truth.
he is indeed. That is true. And the other guy is not. What does it mean? I don't know. They're just assholes. Anyway, I say all this to say, the movie is fucking amazing. Andy Garcia's bitch ass is amazing in this. I love him to death, but his character in this can suck a cock. That's the fucking double truth, Ruth. But yeah, we only have like 2 minutes left. I'm kind of stalling for time.
We didn't address you're back home.
Yes, indeed. And do you want to know something?
They
haven't fixed a goddamn thing.
Wow.
Not one thing.
Really?
Not one single thing. No.
Does it even, like still smell too? Like not the AC is gone. Not even the AC.
Oh no! I mean, they fixed all that before we left, but like half of my house is gone. I don't have a kitchen, so
fuck. That's a violation.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, this movie was a childhood classic of mine. I alluded to it earlier this season. It was the movie at the middle school I went to, Bailey Middle School. If you just had nothing to do that day, if you were taking a test and you finished early, if you were in ISS, whatever it was, this is the movie they put on. I probably saw it like 15 times as a kid and loved it. This was my first time watching it.
No, they didn't.
What?
So they hated you.
I guess they did.
No,
they
they
wanted me to learn
Turn
calculus.
out.
So
Yeah, they didn't.
no better way to say that I hate you than trying to get you to learn
They're like,
calculus.
fuck these kids. We're gonna put Stand and Deliver on about a teacher who pretty much hates these fucking kids, despite the whole "I love them." That's a facade. He hates these fucking kids.
That's what all three of our movies are about: the teachers hating the students they have to fucking deal with.
Pretty much.
That is very true. Yes, that's the
pretty
you know
much.
what? I bet every teacher relates to that.
I did think it was very funny how actually similar the plots of Summer School and Stand and Deliver were. Like when I was watching Summer School, I was like, we picked two movies with basically the same plot in totally different ways. It was very funny, but just with totally different approaches.
Oh yeah,
but,
totally.
But this was my first time seeing it as an adult, like since middle school. So it was wild seeing it again. And man, I'll just say right up top before I let you guys take it away. I love this thing even more as an adult than I did as a kid. I thought it was just fantastic. Truly, I think Ramon Menendez deserved a much bigger career. Having covered both of his theatrical movies that he directed on the podcast now, I'm like, this guy was so fucking talented and deserves such a better career. But I'll turn it over to you guys. Matt, you can go ahead and get your revenge on me if you want, or Sam, you can take it away, whichever one of you wants to go first.
Either way, I need to shout out Tito. He was rocking my face on the back of his jean jacket, and I approved of that. So are you?
All I gotta say is, Jackson, did your middle school have computers?
It did.
And what did your middle school look like? Was it in East LA?
It sure wasn't.
I just gotta say, when you're driving to that school and you're seeing the sights he saw, and you're walking into that school, and you're as smart as he is, because he's a smart guy. You think that school has fucking computers? And so why? You know what? Maybe, benefit of the doubt. I'm here to teach computer class. Cool. Walks in there. Yeah, we don't have computers. What? Really? You're surprised? Yeah, no, nope.
Just a surprise.
It's kind of like summer school. Nope, you're not teaching that. You're teaching this instead. And then he walks in and has to deal with all these fucking kids. And you know what's hilarious? He goes from teaching them math to threatening them within 5 fucking seconds a lot of the time. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, these are kids. But like, yeah, they're gangbangers and they're also threatening you. But what was the math he was doing with the fingers? He was like,
hey, I can play finger games.
These are my issues with this. I actually really like this movie. Yeah, literally, I was like, dude. Also, I think it's degrading that they put a Hispanic man as a teacher, which is also a terrible profession, and then had him dress up as a line cook, which is also terribly worse. But no. And then you have another Hispanic threatening him or accusing him of cheating and lying. Because you know what? And you know what? By the way, if Rhonda has 3 baby daddies and 4 kids, you just fucking ask her what kids are which dad. You don't got to do calculus or math to figure that one out. I'm at home and I'm like, look at that bitch Rhonda with those kids. I know she got like 3 baby daddies.
Just like Dashiki.
Thank God my teacher taught me how to figure this shit out. You know, like what? And no, I actually do like this movie. I think it's very fun to a degree. I did kind of get a little lulled near the end where I was just like, yeah, I get it. I know it's about to happen. But I liked Lou Diamond Phillips' Angel coming back. I had a coworker who's named Angel, and I was so tempted to walk up and just be like, have you ever seen this movie? And then if he did say yes, I was going to be like, I bet you have, and then just walk away. But yeah, no, I actually did like this movie, despite just me having those few issues. Let me just check my notes and make sure I didn't. But you know what, Jackson? You know what, Jackson? You know what? 2 negatives make a positive. So I hope something positive comes out of this. Sam, you can go for it.
Here we go, because I want to lead y'all in a little song that I wrote. Some of y'all might know the song. But
oh, God.
Is this We Didn't Start the Fire?
On the 12th day of summer, school Jaime gave to me 12 calculus problems, 11 misunderstood teachers, 10 misunderstandings, 9 cheating cholos, 8 heart attacks, 7 study sessions, 6 Chicana skipping, 5 stolen car radios, 4 computers delivered, 3 unwanted pregnancies, 2 parts to the test, 1 racist Andy Garcia, and Stand and Deliver on DVD. I fucking love this movie. I'm with you, Jackson. This is a staple of me being in school. Anytime we had a substitute teacher, fucking pop this puppy in, and we all watched it and we all loved it.
I've never had somebody play this in class for me, ever. Not one time.
The ending scene when he's walking down that hallway and he punches the air because they succeeded. I've done that so many times. Just like that feeling of success when it's out of your hands is just such an amazing.
That was right before his last heart attack.
God damn.
They freeze frame. They cut for a reason.
Fuck. Oh my God. No, but fucking Edward James Olmos in this movie, honest to God, is so fucking good. Mm-hmm. Like, because the movie itself obviously is a classic now, but the only Oscar nomination it got was just him. And I just love the fact that even if this movie wasn't on the Academy's radar that much to give it anything else, they were like, we can't ignore Edward James Olmos. Like, we have to nominate him because he's so fucking good. This is my favorite performance I've ever seen from him. I truly think it is Oscar worthy. He was so good in it. I mean, genuinely. And the whole cast, all the kids were great. Rosanna DeSoto, who plays his wife, is great. Andy Garcia is great. Like, fantastic. When his name was in the, because I didn't remember, I didn't know who he was when I saw it as a kid. And I saw his name in the credits and I'm like, he's in this? And then like the whole movie goes by and he never shows up. And I remember thinking to myself at one point, when is Andy Garcia going to show up? And towards the end, there he is as the racist-ass fucking son of a bitch.
Don't call him racist.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Andy Garcia does not want me to call him that. I'm sorry. But yeah, no. And that was one of the scenes genuinely to me that like stuck out more than almost any other scene in the movie in my head. Was that scene where he goes in and yells at them, those kids would never have been accused of cheating if they didn't have Hispanic last names. I was like, remember this scene. I love this scene as a kid. Yeah, he was fucking laying down, just like Gene Hackman, laying down the law.
I got to say 2 things. One, Lou Diamond Phillips on the cover of this looked like such a badass to me. Whenever
he never does that pose, does he?
He doesn't.
He does.
Oh, he's like chilling in the class sitting like that, but there's not like
that scene is
there's not that specific shot, is there? I feel like that shot wasn't like a long hold or anything. Like, if anything, it was like a quick one, but I don't even remember him wearing white. And Jackson's frozen again.
But I wanted to say he reminded me of On Golden Pond, Henry Fonda with this look going on.
I can see that. He did look like a guy with bad cholesterol, though.
Yeah. I mean,
That scene did throw me off when he was like, excuse me, and just had the fucking heart attack. I was like, oh shit.
Very side note, I found it really cool that Edward James Olmos had a hair designer for his hair because they like individually like glued the strands of his like.
You're telling me his balding was like art?
Yeah, it was intentional.
Crazy. I mean, it was intentional. I figured it was intentional because that man has always had a head of hair every time I've seen him.
Yeah.
But I just didn't. I thought that was like just like he shaved his head and then just combed it over every morning.
That was like it's almost his hair designer, and I was like, oh, that's wild.
I fully thought that like Sam was actually gonna cut his hair to look like Edward James Olmos's hair this week just for this episode.
That would be so depressing. You have to grow that. It would take you like about 4 or 5 months to grow it back, and then you're just sitting there, and people are like, oh,
I still thought he was going to do it just for the bit.
No,
he's almost done worse. He almost bleached his hair for the Alpha Dog episode. So
it's not worse. I mean, the bleach might ruin the hair a little bit, but like that at least comes out.
Fair. But the hair grows back.
I could have reused that bit for the money for nothing one. There is no reusing this bit. This bit would destroy my head, and I would not be able to go to class.
Yeah, you'd have to wear a hat for like months.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, the movie itself is just so like,
it's like Julia Child, man.
It's so earnest.
Like some of his lines were really good. Like I know I was joking, or I was vaguely joking, like, but because the only reason I like intentionally was like, let me try to tear this apart was just to like fuck with you guys, because I was enjoying the movie a lot. I thought his responses to the kids were fucking savage sometimes.
Fucking Elizabeth Taylor over here got so many goddamn boyfriends.
Yeah.
I was the one part where I was like, fuck you, man. I actually was kind of mad at him.
Well, he at least apologized.
He did, yeah.
But I thought that the whole scene with him and Angel where he gives him the 3 books was cool.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
He was a very fucked up person, though. Like, the second he walked in, I was telling Jackson this before we started. I was like, I cannot believe he was like, they say intelligent people are good in bed or are great at intercourse. And it's just like, why are you telling this to this 16-year-old girl? Like, get the fuck away from her. Go stand in the back of the class.
Still not as bad as Mark Harmon letting that girl live in his fucking house.
Fair. Very fair. And as I said in this movie, or he said in this movie, that I will say now, we cannot discuss sex, because if we discuss sex, it'll have to be assigned for homework.
Yeah. And you know what? Technically, Mark Harmon also signed that for homework with that girl.
I'd like to be assigned that for homework with Famke Janssen, if I'm being honest. But,
I like to be assigned that with Mark Harmon.
I don't blame you. But
I'm going to say it. I'd like to be assigned that with Andy Garcia, because I know he makes the big bucks and he would take care of me.
Have you seen his chest hair from Godfather 3,
Good point. He's got it.
It's like Sam. He's like, no, I don't want this, and you just grab him, and then you just pull him up out of the chest, and you're like, big boy, you're gonna take this.
Damn.
Just like Famke will call Jackson, I'll call him a pathetic little runt.
Oh my good God!
And then you bend him over the fucking school desk.
This will teach you to cheat.
And then Angel and all the other kids are just clapping the corners. You're just clapping those cheeks.
Very side note: the scene where the dude's getting jumped and like fucked up, and the kids run and he's chasing after them was just like.
Can I just say you're saying side note for actually talking about the goddamn movie.
Well, yeah.
The side note from the side track.
Side note from the side note.
Yeah, but
two negatives make a positive. We're back on track now.
Back on track.
I do want to get this out before it cuts me off again, and because I have a feeling Matt is intentionally trying to derail me as revenge for earlier, but
I'm not. I'm just on my 3rd beer. That's the difference between now and.
I'm gonna have to catch up after this.
But I do want to get this out. Like, I genuinely think, like, watching this movie as an adult and like actually being able to appreciate like the technical craft of it, and just how incredibly well directed and well shot and just well written it is, and just like how incredibly earnest it is, and how just like, I mean, and just how unapologetic.
Is this Ernest Goes to Class?
Say what? Okay. I'll hear it back when I edit it, Mr. Patterson.
All right, guys, I'm changing my pick next week.
What did he say, Sam?
I said, is this Ernest goes to class?
Ernest goes to class. Oh.
All right, now,
burn. But yeah, I genuinely think that, again, like, I love how it is so unapologetic with what it is trying to say. Like, just
deeply moving story.
Yeah, just like full on, like, you can tell this was written and directed and made for, like, you know, Hispanic people, and the fact that, like, but I do think, as much as that's baked into the DNA of it, with scenes of him just being like, you know, the Mayans were the first ones to start thinking about numbers and shit, like, you know, this is in your fucking blood, you know, guys, and shit like that. And like, that's a great part of it that I love, but I also love the fact that, like, if you're someone like us who doesn't come from that background, it can still speak to you and still resonate with you and shit. Because it did as a kid, and it did when I was watching it the other night. I was like, I do love that it does have that ability to...
Jackson, speak for yourself. I'm a Latino.
Damn.
Oh. See, you don't know.
If you say
the
so.
street I come from. You said they baked the DNA into the movie. I say they baked the beans into the movie, son.
All right, George Lopez.
Hey, wait. Continue.
Why? The 2 times I host in a row, am I like laughing so hard that I forget everything that I'm supposed to fucking say? Fuck you, Matt.
I will say something, though. I will say something. Don't be a menace. Rip this movie off. The scene at the very beginning of this movie where it's the rushing river and you think it's like this serene environment and like the forest or whatever. And then it pans up and it's the shot of the goddamn LA sewer. Same scene from Don't Be a Menace where they're sitting and fishing, and then it does the joke of them cutting to... They stole that from this movie. Yeah. So I just want to say that.
I bet they did. I bet, yeah.
But I thought that was hilarious. I was like, wow, that's the second time in the last few episodes we've seen that shot. Mm-hmm. That is fucking wild. But again, from the first second of the film, it's making its point right off the bat. It's like, nope, that's not where we are. This is where this story takes place. Like, this is the environment that we're in. And just...
I think that's where your point really is, like, hits harder, because the first 2 movies, this shit ain't real. There's nothing about those movies that could possibly happen. This is a real thing for people. This is a true story. This is something that people are affected by every day. And I think that's why it just, as we said earlier, timeless. I don't fucking know what to say anymore. Go watch this goddamn movie. It is a classic.
It is funny, though, because Matt's bit that he did for those few episodes where he was like, I'm not watching this, fuck math. That's usually, like, the fact that I love this movie is ironic because that's normally my bit. I hate math as well. And I do that bit all the time. And so the fact that I love this movie, even though it's about math, is fucking...
It's not really about math.
Yeah.
About Latinos.
Doing math. Okay, I think it's about time to wrap this one up.
Sorry,
I had a lot left to say, but I think just for our sake, we need to wrap this up.
I will shut up if you want. I can go get another beer.
Yeah, Jackson, you and I talk about this movie that we
talk about the movie.
Love.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 minutes to talk about the movie. I'm gonna very slowly go get a beer, but when I come back, I'm derailing it again.
Okay, so Matt had to step out for a minute because he was derailing the episode too much. So we have 5 minutes approximately to discuss this in a rational way.
Ramon Menendez, GOAT. Edward James Olmos, GOAT. Lou Diamond Phillips, the GOAT. Stand and Deliver, a GOATed film.
Absolutely. Andy Garcia, even though his character is a piece of shit in this, GOAT.
Oh, who did the music? I just had it in my head. That's another thing. Another one.
Music was fucking amazing. Yeah, those are 2 things specifically I really wanted to shout out: were the music and the cinematography. The cinematography was fucking gorgeous.
Matt's gonna be mad he wasn't here because it's the composer who did the Cheers theme, so he can go.
Oh, that's right. I remember looking that up and thinking that was so random. But yeah, the movie itself is just absolutely phenomenal, and I really just think that. Again, it's just so earnest, so unapologetic, so good, so just like
I don't know. It's just everything about it's like you've seen this formula done a lot of times. The like, disadvantaged kids in the class and the teacher having to help them and shit. But this is really just the best version of that to me. It's not cliched like a lot of those movies are. It's so fucking sincere with what it's trying to say. The fact that it's a true story helps. And just the approach from Ramon Menendez and Edward James Olmos's performance and just the realism of the setting and the dialogue and just like it's a real environment that they're showing you. And I don't know, that's what just helps make it. And you really, really do understand. They help you understand so much. How much these kids are up against it, even when they succeed, even when they do what no one expects them to do and succeed against all odds, the system is still trying to punch them back down to where they think they belong and say, fuck you, you cheated. Even when you do succeed, we're not going to let you succeed. And the teacher has to go to war for them, basically.
And the system failed them.
It depicts that so well, and it also it presents the stakes so well of just like what's at stake here. If they pass this test, they're going to have futures, and if they don't, it's just more of the same for them, and it's not going to be good. So it's like that's why you really, really want them to succeed. So
that's where the heart of this movie beats throughout and is strong and steady. While Summer School, that is the most disingenuous, heartfelt emotions I'm supposed to be feeling for these fucks, so I don't.
Yeah.
So like having that other one strong.
Excuse me, I will cut in right the fuck now.
All right. So anyway, thank you for joining us on another episode of 3 for 3.
That was a fantastic conversation about Cheers, Jackson. I guess
that was my fucking
that's all the time we have.
Yeah, Matt, you missed the Cheers conversation.
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. That's what Summer School's about. Let them evaluate themselves.
You missed the Cheers conversation, so feel left out.
Don't become a teacher.
That is also a good rule.
Don't become a teacher.
Actually can make changes in people's
lives.
Don't
go to college.
Could
barely graduate high school and don't go to college. That's my advice for everyone, because college is a money-sucking bullshit.
I can definitely attest to that, because that's the route I took. But
I still don't have a job in my field, and I graduated college. It's been 2 years. Don't go to school, kids.
That has me worried now.
That's honestly some real shit.
No, Sam, you might have better luck than I did, but
so start wrapping this up. I want to congratulate all of you.
Hey, you know what, Jackson? You know what we are?
What?
Survivors. Of this episode, you fucking shit. Stop laughing. God damn, people are just assuming I'm going to make a Columbine joke. We're just surviving the episode. We survived going back to school.
This was a tough one to survive in the last 30 minutes or so.
I knew this was going to be daunting, but goddamn.
We learned.
We have survived, though. We've gotten through it. We're not 3 for 3. We are like.
What are we? 3 on my end.
1 for 3 on my. No, I'm just kidding. We're 2 for 3 on my end. No, we're 3 for 3 on my end. I did not hate Stand and Deliver. Unlike you hated Summer School somehow, which I don't get. I still just don't understand.
Don't get it?
I don't understand it at all. There's no.
Not agreeing is one thing, but you genuinely don't get it? Like that movie?
It's a stupid comedy. It's like dumb. It's like not. Nobody intends that to be a serious movie. Stand and Deliver is like a serious movie. That makes sense.
I don't give a shit if it's a serious movie. It's fucking pointless.
Okay.
It's goddamn stupid.
Kid comedy that. Yeah. You know what? High school is pointless and stupid.
All right. So
I fucking hated that shit.
I don't like high school either.
Clearly, we are 2.
Nobody likes Summer School, apparently.
On the NCIS, we're 3 for 3 for scat.
So, Sam, you liked Summer School?
I would say I did overall, yeah.
But he didn't like the first part. He didn't like the first part.
It's funny because I wrote down that I liked the opening too. That it's funny because you didn't like that. I did like the opening.
Matt, the beginning of the movie is the director saying, fuck y'all, I'm getting the fuck out of here and cashing the goddamn check.
I disagree. I think it's a comment on the teacher's salaries being too low.
It's not, but it's fine.
I did the math.
All right, but can y'all do this math? If we are
It's $142,000 in today's dollars. The average salary for a teacher is like $72,000 a year.
Teacher salaries suck. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, so it's like almost double the fucking salary of a teacher's year. So why wouldn't you fucking quit? Like, that's not a director thing. That's
what I'm doing. I'm fucking.
Sorry, Sam. Sorry. No. You got time. You got time. Do you have time?
I'll teach. That's what I'll do.
Wait, no, Sam. So we're 2, we're 3, we're 3. Okay, so what's the 9? Or no, it's 8. I don't know what the fuck sin means.
F plus sin equals the faculty. And then, because we are going through this, summer school. Oh, did not mean to make that big. It's supposed to be the middle circle. That's where you get most of your work done. And then, at the end, what they don't want you to know.
Sam, get to the end of it.
Thank you for joining us this week for 3 for 3. I hope your back to school celebrations are fun. I was not really your host this week, but my name is Samuel Holler. I enjoyed all 3 of these movies. I am 3 for 3.
I'm 3 for 3.
I'm 2 for 3. And guess what? That's fine.
That is. But you didn't bring me a jelly donut, so minus 2 points on your grade. Anywho.
Damn.
Like, subscribe, vote in the poll, and let us know what your favorite back-to-school movie is. Because when I was watching these, I was thinking, God damn, half of this shit takes place during summer school, so it's not really back to school. So
that was my thought too, but I was like, at least Sam's yours was like a full high school movie. Ours was like about the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So.
For sure.
Actually, quick question. So, who is your favorite teacher from all the movies? And you can even include the faculty, because like
Jansen.
Okay,
I like Jon Stewart quite a bit. His scene at the beginning when he discovered the thing, he's so
See, that's why I was like, I miss Jon Stewart as an actor so much.
He was really good. Because like his part in Half Baked was just a cameo, but he actually had like a role in the faculty, and I apprecited that.
Well, I was thinking of Big Daddy. He's in Big Daddy for quite a bit, and
I've never really seen him actually act in much, so it was cool seeing me. Like, it was cool for me seeing him act in the faculty, like in a big part.
Even though I would agree with you, Jon Stewart. Of course, I'm going to go with Mark Harmon because you said Jon Stewart. If you hadn't, I probably would have said Jon Stewart. But
Christy Alley was also really good.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. I liked her in that movie. She was good.
I usually don't like her. Another Cheers reference, by the way, because she was in Cheers later on.
Third one this episode.
Yeah, you missed one of them.
I did.
Yeah.
The composer of Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, when you left, we just started talking about Cheers. Oh, that's time instead of you.
Oh no, I heard Cheers, but wait. So it's who is the composer of Stand and Deliver?
Craig Safin.
Oh, okay, never mind. So it's not the dude. It's not Gil Portnoy or whatever the fuck his name is, who did the theme song of Cheers.
Mm.
Oh,
no offense. That's great. Sorry.
All the rest of the music in that show can go fuck itself, apparently.
One of these days, Matt, we're going to find something that stumps you and holds you in your tracks.
No, actually, it's funny. I was thinking this. We got 4 minutes and 41 seconds left, but I was thinking this earlier. I was like, you guys got me when I was probably my most drunk and angry with Comet. And then this one, you got me in my most like aloof and just like,
you're a regular chainsaw.
And I'm like, can you not just get me when I'm like on point? Just find me at that level, please, because fuck, like I have no.
Because what you're waiting for is for me to be like, this is my fault because I pissed him off with the summer school thing, but this isn't my fault, and I won't take credit for this.
I'm not saying you pissed me off with it. I'm just like, I won't stand by you shitting on this movie. That's what I'm going to say.
Fine.
I'm not going to stand by it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not like Jackson's
you have to tank the episode, but
well, I had no other. I was about to just praise it, and then I was like, "Fuck." And also, I mean, it's not the best movie ever, so I didn't really have a whole lot of bullets in my gun. It was just more like I had fun with it. Yeah, to the point where like Surfer Girl has no shoes on in the library, and I was like, "That's diabolical." I wouldn't let that bitch in my house if she didn't wear shoes in the library. But you know what?
You didn't mention the Italian girl either.
No, well, the Italian girl was so the thing is I was like, I saw the trailer, the poster for the movie, And there was like bikini crossing. And I was like, honestly, that's like maybe 0.5% of this movie is like sex jokes. But the more I thought about it, I was like, there is a lot of like sexual innuendo under the surface on a lot of this movie.
Under the hood of Jaime's car, where the stolen car radio should be.
Yes. But I don't know. Yeah.
But in any case,
hopefully it didn't tank the whole episode in just the first half. You just put summer school at the end.
I hope I succeeded in at least teaching y'all something, other than the fact that we learned that Matt's a piece of shit.
Well, we knew that to begin with.
We knew that to begin with.
That's no surprise.
Okay, fair. It's been a fucking 3 for 3, if you could even.
It sure has, man. It sure has.
It's really just been a 1 for 1.
It's just been me.
Just been you.
Don't lock me in with him. It's been a 2 for 2.
Third.
No, 1 for 1. And you guys are just like, you guys aren't even in the.
We're not even in the equation.
You're not in the picture. It's just me.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yep.
Oh, the second you shit talk summer school, I bet Matt was sitting there thinking like this, being like, how am I going to fucking ruin his guy?
That was his exact pose.
Yeah, that was like.
Yep.